FM, it's Friday, the 3rd of July, 2026. Akila, Matawal, and Emilio Silva right here to break you down, not in the negative now, but to get to you all of the sporting stories, have them sink in, and have you enjoy the best as far as sports broadcasting is concerned here on XL1069 FM. So much on the menu today. Yesterday was good news for Nigeria as the Tigers kick-started their campaign this phase of the FIBA Men's World Cup qualifiers with a win. We talk about that, the victory over Tunisia, what's to come today, action time yet again. They wrap up this window on Sunday against Rwanda. We talk about that on the show today. Bring you updates as well from other scenarios. Very many things to talk about. The Commonwealth Games contingent for the 2026 edition of the championship are departing the country today to Scotland ahead of the tournament. We also talk Wimbledon also on the show today. Not forgetting that. Some updates from the home front as those who did well for Akwa Ibom are the tennis championships that they were involved in have been congratulated by the sports ministry back here in Akwa Ibom. We bring you updates as well from the NPFL. Teams are gearing up for the new season, and Barra FC have retained 21 players and have kept faith with their technical team ahead of the new season. The FIFA World Cup continues to deliver, and we have more teams joining others in the round of 16. Spain are through, Portugal through in dramatic fashion. And just this morning, we had another African nation, Algeria, knocked out. So just one team so far from Africa in the last 16. Two more in action. Can we have one more at least? Join them. We bring you the fixtures for today as well. Lionel Messi in action tonight and many more from the World Cup. But then we bring you updates from the transfer market as well as part of our menu on Sports Center this morning on XL1069 FM. Welcome yet again. Emilio Silva, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Good morning, Akila. Feel really good to be here to talk sports. Wimbledon has been incredible so far, so good. We've seen some of the big lads being knocked out. Ben Charlton, Serena Williams was knocked out, and we've also seen some progression for some of the stars now. We're happy that Novak Djokovic was able to win yesterday. We've seen Yannick Sinner. We've seen some of the stars now already into the next round of this particular competition. And talking the World Cup also, will be incredible to see which side will join Morocco in the next round of the World Cup. It's already not a so good World Cup from the African perspective, having 10 and not even having up to 5 into the round of 16 of the World Cup. So maybe after the World Cup now, we'll have to sit down as Africans, to look at where we've not done well. Football has to be done properly for you to go out there and compete with the best of the best. But we are here to tell the story.
Yeah, Emediong, today, Team Nigeria will be departing the country for Aberdeen, Scotland, ahead of the Commonwealth Games. And that comes on the back of their presidential welcome yesterday in the nation's capital. Interesting send-off it was for them. They were hosted by the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but then he was represented by his chief of staff, Femi Gbajabiamila. And he urged these athletes now to go out there, be good ambassadors of Nigeria, represent the nation well, and bring home many medals, saying the nation is proud of them and wants them to go there, compete very clean, and win medals for the nation. The chairman of the National Sports Commission, Malam Shehu Diko, was also part of those who were there yesterday at the Moshood Abiola Stadium for that send-off ceremony. Yes, interesting situation coming through for Team Nigeria. Emediong, presidential send-off. Yes, the president wasn't there in person, but then his chief of staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, was there, and the charge has been given. Go there, represent the nation, make the nation proud, and compete clean. Can this set of athletes, 74 of them, including 29 who will compete in athletics, Toby Amusan, Chukwuebuka Enekwechi, and a host of others, deliver for Nigeria and make the nation proud, like Mr. President has said?
Yeah, they will have to. Everything has been put in place for them to do that. We're happy with the trials that we saw, talking about the qualifiers for the Commonwealth, and I was happy that we saw the likes of Toby Amusan, coming down, to participate. So gone are those days that you stay wherever you stay and register your name and you're sure of, participating for Nigeria. So I was happy, and we will be looking forward to probably replicating what we did in 2022. That's our highest as far as the Commonwealth is concerned, where we had about where we were placed 7th overall and first in Africa with a record of 12 gold medals and 35 total medals in generally. So I would be hoping to see them replicate that. We've mentioned some of the names now. We're parading, like I've always been saying, this is like the finest year that we've seen. Some athletes, being informed now. To be Omotion, I say Brume, Favor Ashe, coming in really handy now in the athletics, and maybe for the weightlifting now, we're talking about the likes of Mary Osijo, Rafiutu Lawal, Taiwo Laidi, coming in handy now. You've mentioned short put now, Big Chooks, Chukwemeka Inekwechi, will be flying the flag of Nigeria. And like I've always been saying now, he's grown, and we hope that this particular Commonwealth will be that breakthrough tournament that he's going to win at the biggest of stage, because he's not been doing that. He's been winning national titles and getting closer and all of that. So the Commonwealth presents him a good platform for him to go do that. So I'm happy that everything is going on well, and of course the president now has shown concern because there is one thing that the presidential speech will do to you, gives you that motivation, gives you that boost for you to go out there and compete, and that's what Nigeria will be doing. So I'm looking forward to us doing better than we did in 2022 and coming up with medals.
Yeah, in what has become like a normal for the sports ministry in Akwa Ibom, led by Elder Paul Bassi, promising young stars who delivered at national tennis tournament Etoro Bassi were welcomed by the Commissioner for Sports. Some days ago in Uyo, he received Etoro Bassi, Wisdom Effiong, Favor James, and God's Miracle Sien, who returned with medals from a chain of national championships that included the ITF J30 in Abuja, the Duff Notch National Open Tennis Championship, and the CBN National Open Tennis Championship as well. All of them in the nation's capital. The Commissioner Elder Bassi was delighted by the visit of these young stars and encouraged them as well. Yes, some of these tournaments had ranking points for these Akwa Ibom tennis stars. He thanked God for seeing them through the championship and also wished them well and said, "We are grateful to you for dominating and harvesting these medals for the state." He maintained that taking from the governor's sense of value, the ministry will continue to do all it can to encourage athletes in promoting sports in the state. Yes, of course. Remember, the CBN Open Tennis Championship was won by Etoro Bassi, who claimed the ladies' single championship in the men draws, even as the pair of Etoro and Favor emerged second in the ladies' doubles as well. And the Duff Notch National Open Tennis Championship, Etoro Bassi and Favor James again featured in the men draws of both ladies' singles and doubles. Etoro made an outstanding record to dismiss top players, including the current Nigerian number one in the finals, thereby proceeding to the national camp for the upcoming Billy John King Cup in Botswana. Yes, Etoro Bassi broke the record as the first Akwa Ibom girl to win the CBN title in 47 years. Interesting situation. Emedion Silva, young stars impressing in tennis, it seems. Maybe we found a new forte in tennis with the emergence of these young stars.
Yeah, we'll have to do more. But first of all, I want to commend the young lads led by Etoro Bassi. We've seen names: Wisdom, Effiong, Favor, James, God's Miracle is seen returning from the championships that they participated in, just like you've mentioned now. So it's good that we're having Akwa Ibom doing so well. But the big question is, what happens after now? Yes, I'm happy that Elder Paul Bassi has created a tradition, a culture to welcome lads who do well, whether you're doing well or not. As far as you representing Akwa Ibom State, is going to welcome you. So the big question is, what happens after this? Do we really have the facilities to keep these guys up and running? Do we have sports competitions to keep these guys up and running? We'll have to do what Bayelsa State is doing. We'll have to do what Delta is doing. You go out there, Lagos also, you hear tennis championships, you hear indoors championship and all of that. So we don't have to wait for private individuals or sponsors to organize this championship. As a state, will have to do our own bit. I can recall the last time we had a tennis championship in Akwa Ibom State. I can recall the last time we had a volleyball championship in Akwa Ibom State. And sometimes we don't have to wait for the Commissioner for Sports, to rate those things. The sports directors or whatever their name is,
the board chairman of the association, of the tennis association,
absolutely, and also the local government chairman, the supervisors, yes, that's the name. You will have to create. I mean, it doesn't take anything. These lads, these athletes do not even want those big prize, even if it's 100K that you will place on a championship. You have people participate. So you'll have to create platform for them to grow, because after this now they will have to wait for national championships to come up and running for them to participate again. So for them to be able to get that sponsorship, that scholarship outside Akwa Ibom State and Nigeria, they have to compete. And sports, when you go back to your house and see it, you'll be safe. So it's good that we're having names, popping up from an unpopular sport in Akwa Ibom State, and I'm hoping that they will do better and better.
Yeah, quick look at Wimbledon, the third Grand Slam of the year. Another tennis championship now. Noskova, Sorana Sistra, Elise Mertens, Amanda Anisimova, Iga Swiatek, Madison Keys, and a host of other big names are through to the next stage of the tournaments. That will be round 3. Jasmine Paolini, also Maria Sakkari, Elena Rybakina, all booked their places after winning their games yesterday in a very fruitful day for the big names. In the men's singles as well, very interesting scenario playing out. Fantastic. Andrei Bublik, Francis Tiafoe, Karen Kachanov, Fabio Koboli, Grigor Dimitrov, Leheka, all making their way into the next stage. Alex de Minaur also has progressed. Lorenzo Sonego, another Taylor Fritz, all have booked their places in the next round of the tournament. But then action will continue today. We have many more games to go. There's Novak Djokovic in action today, and that will be against Arthur Rinderknecht. Yes, fantastic game to look forward to today. A host of others are in action. Felix Auger-Aliassime will take on Michael Zheng as well in another interesting matchup today. Daniil Medvedev will take on Jan-Lennard Struff as well. Interesting games to look forward to. Yannick Sinner will take on Jensen Brooksby as well today. Yes, interesting situations playing out. Emilion Silva, just a minute. Your wrap of the tennis outcomes from Wimbledon so far.
Yeah, good outcomes for some of the big lads now. Just like I've mentioned, now all eyes will be on Novak Djokovic. It's a championship yet again that we've not seen Carlos Alcaraz up and running. Yannick Sinner has been complaining about the heat so far so good, but he's been doing well. We've already seen Cameron Norrie being knocked out. Laila Fernandez has been knocked out. We've seen Kaspar Ruud, the number 11 seed, being knocked out. So some of the lads now are out. Hugo Humbert has been knocked out over time now. So it's a very different Wimbledon championship. Before now, say 3, 4, 5 years ago, Wimbledon has always been that championship that you see, some of the big lads, progressing to try to win this particular championship. But over the years now, we've seen new names, coming in now, and this could just be the year that maybe Novak Djokovic will go top, will end that good debate and all of that. Now in the women's singles also, I was sad to see Serena Williams, being knocked out by Maya Joint, who was also knocked out yesterday. So it's incredible. But on the other side down, I was happy to see them, up and running. And talking about Serena Williams and of course the likes. Emma Raducanu also did not participate in this particular championship. But my money, if you're asking, will be on Aryna Sabalenka. We've seen the should I say romance between herself and of course Novak Djokovic and all of that. The dancing TikTok competitions and all of that. That's what they bring in. That's what Aryna Sabalenka brings to competition. That's what Nole brings to competition. So we keep fingers crossed, and I expect the best. And like I'll always say, until he retires, I will always support Novak Djokovic.
Why?
I mean, I just want him to get that 25th Grand Slam. He's on 24 now, and maybe if he gets that, we will end that debate on who is the greatest of all time. Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, and all of that. He's on par with them, but if he gets that 25, he will move past them.
Yes, just to add up, we are streaming live on Facebook, so you can be part of the show by watching us live and dropping your comments at xl1069fm. That's where to join and be part of the show.
Only on goal difference, Southampton only out of the Champions League places by a point. Mark Hughes could be in trouble straight away. In fact, Stoke City have taken the lead, and it's gone all the way through and over Artur Boric. What an incredible beginning to the game.
Yes, straight up now to the world of football. Emilion Silva, maybe interesting story. We don't know how this will pan out, or if in the end it will finally happen that Kano Pillars will get a coach from the southern part of Nigeria. It's hardly been a thing for them. Yes, there's been a few who have coached the team, but we understand Daniel Ogumodede is already in Kano, set to sign the dotted lines to become the new head coach of Kano Pillars. He led Remo Stars to the NPFL title last season before he fell out with the management of the club. Didn't stay until the end of this season. Remo Stars got relegated as a result. Would you see that as a good move by Kano Pillars to bring the young and very agile, vibrant Daniel Ogumodede, they call him Ijabol, to pillars.
Yeah, he's got the experience. He understands the league. He's been with top players. He's been with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He's worked under several coaches as the assistant of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He's worked under Eric Chell, and of course, he's won the league just like you said. Now, he's led some of the finest players as far as the Nigerian Premier Football League is concerned. So, hence the attraction. He was always going to get a big job after the last one that he had, and I'm sure he was distracted because of the Super Eagles of Nigeria's assignment and all of that. So if Ahmed Musa, who is the general manager now, can bring him in, it will be a good combo, bringing their experience together. And of course, Kano Pillars, I mean, over the years they've not really been doing well. They want to, Ahmed Musa keeps re-echoing the fact that they want to play in the continent, they want to challenge for the league. So if you want to challenge for the league, you have to bring the best of the best coaches, in, and it's not different to what's happening, elsewhere. So if Ogunbodede can get this one, then it will be a good one for Kano Pillars.
Yeah, interesting. We wait to see how that will pan out. If that contract is signed, of course, we will be here to bring you the updates. Talking the NPFL still, Kano-based side Barao FC have officially retained 21 players. It's keeping a bulk of the squad for them. Emeka Nwabulu, one of their goalkeepers, Chisom Chiaga, also has been retained. Oscar Destiny, Sugao Aliu, Bismarck Dua, Usman Maidubji, the captain, Henry Ezonge as well, Chisom Kwacha, Ojikalu, Jimmy Ambrose, Nura Mohammed, Moses Setwan, as well as Saad Tijani, Ebuka Nwokorie, Sunday Anthony, Hilary Ekau, Joseph Atule, Adamu Husseini, Ibrahim Yunusa, Uche Moses, Stanley Ogambo, all have been returned by Barao FC. The management team, that is the technical team rather, led by Eugene Agabe, have also been kept in charge at the club. Interesting situation for them. Sometimes in the NPFL we get to see many players, told to leave, but here we are, 21. That's a bulk of the squad still remaining with Barao FC, and they've made a few signings already. Kumaga Sur has joined them from Lobby Stars as well already as they prepare to gear up for the new season. Interesting situation from Barao FC of Kano. Away from there now, let's quickly take a look at the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria. Emedion, we understand they are traveling now to be part of an international tournament where they will take on some nations in China. Yes, interesting. They will take on China, Australia, and Tanzania. It's a 4-team invitational tournament. It's the Yichuan Sports Center Helanshan Stadium that will be hosting all of these games as put together by the Chinese Football Association. Ningxia Hul Autonomous Region Administration. Head coach of the under-17 team, Bobo Rishi Uweja Momere, will be leading the team. 20 players will be departing for the tournament. Interesting for the young stars from Nigeria, the Golden Eaglets, as they prepare for the WAFU B qualifiers for next year's under-17 Africa Cup of Nations.
Yeah, I think it's a good time for them. I've always been, clamoring for our age grade boys, to be involved in top competitions, to get themselves busy ahead of the big one. And if you're not having, competitions, if you depend on trainings and all of that, you'll not be able to fine tune your tactics. You'll not be able to fine tune the chemistry and all of that. So it's an opportunity for Coach Ebebo Riche to try to. He's coming into a new role, and of course he will be able to. He will need these friendlies, going forward now to try to fine tune his tactics, and also we keep our hopes down. And with Nigeria, keeping your hope down is crucial, because if you raise your hope down, they beat maybe Tanzania 5 days, start saying they're going to win this one, But I just wish them the best.
Yeah, we missed this in basketball. Nigeria's the Tigers yesterday defeated Tunisia 84-81. Their first game of this window of the qualifiers for the FIBA Men's World Cup next year. Yes, fantastic basketball performance yesterday from Team Nigeria, led by Ike Iroegbu, who had 17 points yesterday for Nigeria, leading the charge for them yesterday in that game. They are back in action against Guinea today. They will take on Rwanda on Sunday to wrap up this window of the qualifiers, and we wish them the very best as it stands. Away from there, let's move straight to the FIFA World Cup. Fans of Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal are the happiest set of persons in the world at the moment after Portugal defeated Croatia in dramatic fashion 2-1 yesterday. Gonzalo Ramos scored a late goal in the game to hand Portugal the win. A lot of goals were cancelled yesterday in the course of the game. Yes, we'll talk about that in a bit, but then it was a 2-1 win for Portugal over Croatia. Cristiano Ronaldo found the back of the net after Ivan Perisic had gotten Croatia ahead in the game. Switzerland just this morning defeated Algeria by 2-0. Bril Mbolo and Dan Ndoye with the goals for them in that game. And earlier yesterday we had another game. Spain in action against Austria ended in a 3-0 win for Spain. Yes, Mikel Oyarzabal continued his fine form, 2 goals. Pedro Porro also scored in the game as Spain whitewashed Austria by 3-0. Spain are yet to concede a goal at this tournament. Only Mexico have that record alongside them as it stands at the FIFA World Cup. So interesting situation for these two sides. Yes, more to come today, but let's hear from a few Portuguese supporters who are very happy or were very happy after their team got that win.
Pure emotion, different roads, but same direction. Moving with the new connection. Every language, every color, standing close to one another. When we sing as one forever, nothing breaks this bond together. Hands up high into the light.
Yes, some issues trying to connect with that, but then we'll try to see if we can hear from a few Portuguese supporters as it stands. But let's hear from you now. 0700 000 1069 or 0809 222 1069 or 0809 333 1069. First caller, welcome. Good morning.
My friend, good morning.
Abamete, it's good to have you. Just go straight to your contribution.
Thank you. I'm good morning.
Good morning.
My friend, I'm happy with Portugal. That's Ronaldo. Make him continue and put more goals. But I don't even know what is happening with Africa. Look at I think Tunisia or this Algeria. They win 2-0. I'm not happy with them. So the whole Africa, we only have Morocco in Africa. All the 10 Africa that they go, we only have Morocco.
Thank you so much, Abamete. We have to take others. Good morning, welcome. Victor, welcome. Let's have your contribution.
Happy weekend to you.
Go ahead.
Makila, let me thank Portugal for winning yesterday. Well, it wasn't not an easy encounter. They qualified to the round of 16, another team. But what has happened to Algeria has really been a sad something. But you believe in other African countries for Cape against Argentina, not going to be an easy encounter. That's my take. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so very much for joining us. Emilion Silva, your take. The games from last night.
Yeah, good win for Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro. Their fans, they were really happy after the game. They had to, after getting to his hotel, now just had to come back to still address the fans who were in their numbers, to support him. And of course, those the game against Croatia also showed the importance of the semi-automated device inside the ball. It was introduced in 2022 in Qatar, and it was used then, but people did not really understand, because if there was no semi-automated device that cheap inside the ball, Vadio's goal would have stood, right? It was cancelled off on an offside because the Croatia player had a touch on the ball. That was why it was cancelled off for an offside. So I will have to maybe embrace some of these innovations also. And what a game it was for Perisic, who I felt really bad for. He's been giving his all. What a control, what a finish it was. Cristiano Ronaldo had even scored first before it was ruled out for offside. Still same semi-automated device, spotted that out. And a goal for him via the spot. And you have to give credit to Martinez, the coach of the side, for pulling off Vitinha and Bruno Fernandes. Yes. After those two came out, Portugal played football. You understand? So sometimes it's not all about the names. It's about your dedication. It's about you wanting to play. And I've noticed that those two, Vitinha and Bruno Fernandes, they are not giving their all. Bruno Fernandes doesn't play like that. He's just keeping that. They are not playing bad.
Vitinha is just passing the ball.
Yeah, they are keeping it safe. They're keeping it. They are not playing bad, but they are keeping it safe. And you cannot win a game. It's a knockout game, so you have to play the ball forward. Spain also incredible. I mean, I love the way they play. It's like the coach has a template and they're following the template, talking about La Fuente, who's been incredible so far, and it's going to be a very, very tough game for Portugal. They play Spain next.
Yes.
If they win against Spain, then maybe they can dream. And Algeria, the story for Africa continues. It was embarrassing for them not to even man. It's a sad competition, Akila Machawa. Like I've always been talking about the African, we have always been talking about the African style. If we do not start playing football the way football should be played, then this is what will happen. And we hope that Egypt today will do well. They have a very easy game
against
on paper against
yes.
Australia. So if they can win, maybe we can also have another team joining Morocco.
Yes, there's Argentina against Cabo Verde, 11 p.m. And early morning, Colombia against Ghana, another African side in action.
Yeah, good morning to you, Mr. Kiza and Mr. Medion in the studio.
Samuel Kurana, go ahead with your contribution, straight to the point.
It's all the way, all the way. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. The games today, very quickly, Emedion, as we sign out.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough for Cabo Verde. I mean, they've been doing so well. Amazingly, they've not lost a game so far, so good.
And they've not won a game.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They've not lost. So they play against Lionel Messi's Argentina. But I wish that's an African side, so I wish them the best. Ghana also, they have a chance against Colombia. It's going to be a very physical game between these two sides now. So Ghana, if they can keep their house in order, then we can have at least one of these sides, joining Morocco in the round of 16. Maybe we have another one in the quarterfinals. Then it should be okay.
The round of 16, by the way, starts tomorrow. Canada take on Morocco by 6 p.m. In the first game, we have Paraguay against France. Another interesting game. Okay, Brazil take on Norway on Sunday.
Difficult.
Mexico against England on Monday. Portugal against Spain on Monday. Interesting game. USA against Belgium on Tuesday, and then two more to be decided after today's game. Switzerland already in. They're just waiting for one of the winners of today's games. Interesting action from the World Cup. Time to go. We'll be back by 12 p.m. on World Cup X-Ray. Many thanks everybody for being a part of Sports Center this morning.
106.9 powered to XL.
I greet you now, my better people of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. You are welcome to this health enlightenment program brought to you by Baba Koboko, aka Kick and Start. Baba Koboko, an Ogbonge tradomedical specialist. Him new office, a day for number 2, opposite Atiku Abubakar flyover, Uyo. You fit contact Baba Koboko for 080-3396-5888. Today, we get a